Hello twin flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Today, as a lot of you know, is the 11/11 portal, 11th day of the 11th month, and although we celebrate and we acknowledge and we pay attention to every portal every month, on a given date the 11/11 portal is quite special, especially in the world of twin flames, because this is the 11/11, you know, the ultimate union portal, the connection portal, the manifestation portal, right? When this is a very powerful gateway to bring about our desires and our truth in love, right? Especially since we're on the verge of the new moon, which is going to be happening 2 days from now. So this is even multiplied even more, right? Not to mention that the portal itself doesn't just last for 1 day, and will definitely be experiencing the outcome of this portal, the energy, for at least another week. And actually the shadow period is gonna last for another week after that. So today we're gonna find out what does it mean for the twins, what are we gaining through this portal, what is being activated for us, and of course what is changing in the dynamic between the twins. I will start with an oracle deck. This is the Beyond the Lemuria deck, which I use on special occasions. It's a tradition now. So let's get a card of guidance for feminines and for masculines, so that we understand the meaning of this portal for each of the twin collectives. Apart from the general fact that we have more favorable energy to show up in a place of love, to hold space for our twin, and without jeopardizing or sacrificing our own joy, happiness, and view of sacred union. Earth Star Chakra, initiation. Wow, I love this. Initiation is very much an 11/11 energy. So yes, if you can see, there's a sigil here. I'm just gonna move it closer to the camera, this little symbol. And in this deck you can use the sigils to do a ritual, and you're supposed to like follow the sigil, kind of like draw it in the air with your fingers 3 times, and then also to place, if you have a chance to draw it, to place the drawing at the location of the chakra. So let me read about this one, and it will tell us the healing position as well. So as you can guess, this initiation card is about oneness, collective consciousness, anchoring transmissions from the higher realms, sacred earth knowledge, integration of the divine, and working with grid lines. You're standing at a gateway into the unknown, with trust in your heart, ancient remembering in your soul, and inner illumination to light the way. You have access to the seed of creation, the spark of existence, and the codes that hold the blueprints of who and what we are. This place is clear and grounded, despite moving through multidimensional realms and able to bridge worlds while functioning in physical reality. The higher you reach for the divine and the realms of spirit, the more important it is to anchor deeply to the earth. Explore clearing meditation, self-energy work, and put intention into the meaningful parts of your life. Find ways to balance your life. Be aware of the times of day that are more conducive to different states of consciousness, such as flow, meditation, and productivity. The healing position is at the feet, 30 centimeters below the feet, but placing the card at the feet is fine. So the chakra itself is located below, like 30 centimeters below the feet. But if you're standing or sitting, then yeah, just place the drawing at the feet level. And the color wash is earth brown for this card, very appropriately for my dress today. All right, so initiation for the feminines. Let's see what we have for the masculines. High heart chakra. Look at that, ecstatic bliss, another chakra card. And again, I'm showing you the sigil in case you want to do the ritual. So the high heart chakra, so if high heart chakra is here, the high heart chakra is right above it. Ooh, I like it. Ecstatic bliss. Divine love, selflessness, spiritual compassion, oneness through heart-centered bliss, healing, gratitude, giving love, dharma, patience, joy. This card taps into the blissful oneness we feel as we drop away our edges and protective containers. Very important for masculines. Wow, this is amazing. This is the place where we feel held and seen, enough to flow into oneness, where the eternal part of me meets the eternal part of you. This is the selfless state where our higher selves commune for illuminated perspective on how we share, gift, and lift others in our joyful overflow. Consider your life purpose by exploring what allows you to give in joy. The way you can bring joy to yourself and others is the main theme of this card. So that's what the masculines are exploring today. The healing position is the thymus gland, behind your sternum, a little above the heart. And color wash is iridescent pink. So that's what you will be imagining. Like if you're doing the sigil ritual, that's also part of the ritual that you're imagining the light of that specific color to kind of like wash over you as you're doing it. All right, so very interesting. And did you notice like the high heart chakra is very much like on the feminine chakra spectrum already, and the masculines are embracing that energy, right? Tapping into it. The earth star chakra is very much in the masculine range, and that's what the feminines are tapping into. Do you see this kind of interlacing of the energies and how that affects the energy of the union and the possibilities? Okay, let's see what we have as tarot. So the questions we're going to ask, the first question is, of course, it can be, what is the portal opening for each of the twins? What's the importance of this portal? The second question is going to be, well, let's make it again a surprise question. What else are we supposed to know about this? What theme is important for this specific 11/11 portal? Because every year it's a little different. What opens up? What is it? What is the big question? And the third is going to be, how is the attitude towards connection shifting for each of the twins through this portal? Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Hangman. Yeah, so really, this is not the time for active action. This is the time for feeling and experiencing, I'm hearing, right? For this state of bliss, for the state of awareness, right? Like much deeper awareness, and living through it, processing it in your conscious mind. Okay, I'm gonna use the After Tarot for clarifiers. Bottom of the deck there, Two of Pentacles, but he's turned around, right? It's like, okay, yeah, this juggling is not the focus anymore. This juggling, this kind of hustle, lots of responsibilities that used to be in the forefront and used to bring a lot of stress, they are in the background now, so that the twins can focus on what's really important. That's beautiful. I like it. Okay, so what is the importance of this portal for feminines? What is being opened up? We have the Hermit clarified by the World. Yeah, so closing old cycles where the attention was on the outside world, on the external validation, on determining self-worth based on how other people see you and how they treat you. Now it's all turning inwards to ignite that, or to remind yourself of that fire that you have within as a twin flame, right? And how that beauty is what's important, is why you're here, is your power, is your strength, and that's supposed to shine outwards. So it's almost like the other way around. You are, by expressing yourself authentically, you're telling people, you're showing them really what love really is, including self-love, and of course including love towards others, right? So this is like this global vision, right? They're not thinking locally now, we're thinking globally. Throughout culture, throughout ranks of society or other kinds of differentiation that people experience, generations even, right? This truth becomes, or this truth is eternal. That's that eternal part that is being shared, that you recognize for yourself first and foremost. For masculines, we have Two of Swords clarified by Wheel of Fortune. So masculines are standing up to the ultimatum, so to situations where they felt like they had no choice, right? That the universe put them in a position where it's like they have to choose the lesser of two evils. Oof. Yeah, and with wolves here really speaks to me as that same. But now they're changing up that vision, right? Like, first of all, there is definitely the correct answer, and they're seeing it, and they can tell that they're more naturally drawn towards it, right? To the direction that will benefit everybody involved. And yeah, it's not necessarily a popular choice, but they can now differentiate, they can discern how to tell between the two difficult choices, how to tell which one to make. Very interesting. And they're getting examples during this time, either from the past, even from the past when the choice had already been made, but time is relative, right? But anyway, sometimes they will be brought to some past situation where they will see what was the right choice and why, whether they made the right choice, right? How could they tell? How can they tell now, looking back at things, right? And also they will have some opportunities in the present during this time it's like a recap, right? It's like when you get to like you've been, I don't know, in school and then out for the summer, and then everybody's back to school and the teacher wants to know how much you remember from that course, right? And they're giving you a quiz to see how much, it's a pop quiz without preparation, right? So that's the depths that the masculines I see now, that they were being prepared, and now it's time to use those skills to make good choices. Additional question. The theme for this specific 11 portal. 10 of Wands clarified by the Fool. Yeah, so ability and skill, I would actually say. The skill to pay attention to the wonderful, to see the unknown as magic rather than burden, right? Like, I don't know how this union is going to come together, and that's burdensome for me. I don't know when it's going to happen, and that's burdensome for me. No, but seeing the magic in it, having faith, right? Taking the leap of faith, that's part of the amazement of this journey, right? That you don't know, that it will unfold in its own time, right? It's about patience as well. It's faith and patience. What do feminines need to know about this? 7 of Pentacles clarified by Ace of... I've been seeing this actually in different readings this week. This combination specifically, right? Like this planting a seed, right? Like the fact that you don't know all the information doesn't mean you shouldn't act on it or you shouldn't move forward with the plan, right? Like it's not all just gonna happen like, you know, you're gonna get from 0 to hero, so to speak, right? It's a process, right? And progress counts in this. And it doesn't mean faith doesn't mean that you don't make any plans at all. It doesn't mean that everything happens just in the moment, just as a surprise. No, you're still supposed to be aware. You're still supposed to be making conscious choices in your life. And Pentacles is a very tangible energy. It's very practical, right? So, like, we can talk about a spiritual union, but when it comes down to the 3D perspective, you're still gonna have questions around finances and budgeting, location and like cohabitation solution that you're gonna have. If you already have like property, you have kids to take care of, you have some other responsibilities from your previous life, let's put it that way, right? Like how to deal with that in a very practical way, right? When you come together, what's gonna happen to that part of your life, right? Those are all very practical questions, and this journey does not expect you to just drop those or ignore those. You're still supposed to think it through, right? And maybe it's not going to be a final vision and it will change with time, but it's still important to work through that. And that's how you hold space for your divine counterpart anyway, right? That it actually makes sense when they come in, your life will make sense with them. It's not like you're suddenly gonna throw away your former life and start fresh, right? Like, that's not the point, really. Ooh, look at that. For masculines, Ace of Pentacles. That's a synchronicity clarified by Six of Cups. But I love that this specific card, a specific deck, because of how huge the pentacle is. So guess what? This love is actually inspiring masculines to take risks in finance, in living arrangements, in whatever is happening in their life right now, right? This connection, this union, right? If before they would prefer comfort zone and just kind of keep it simple approach, now they're being called to doing something more strategic or more courageous, let's put it that way, at the very least, right? Because they want this to be awesome. Like, they feel this deep connection and they know that it's so special, that it deserves for the both of you to have that special life in the physical. And that's why they're pursuing these new goals. That's their faith that it's gonna work out, because they have that love on the back of it, right? Like a petrol powering them up in this new adventure, new endeavor that they're taking on. How is the attitude towards union shifting, towards the connection? For feminines, we have the Emperor clarified by Knight of Wands. So yeah, a lot of passion. Actually, both of these cards have a lot of passion. And they see the connection as having a lot of that potential. And the passion, the physical intimacy, the sexual energy is actually a big driver behind it. If before, so that's the change. If before feminine saw it more like player energy, or if there's too much of that physical passion, maybe it's not that deep or not that real. Now they see that it's actually, especially for on the masculine side, it's like the baseline, it's like the foundation to everything else to kind of like grow on top of it, right? Like, it's still the driving force behind the Emperor even, right? So they see the Emperor potential in their counterpart in this connection, like them being an Empress and their counterpart being an Emperor, right? And they realize that maybe if for now their counterpart shows up as a Knight of Wands instead of an Emperor, that's a very powerful foundation that is needed to build from here to here. Masculines, High Priestess, of course, clarified by Eight of Swords, but this is the aftertear where, you know, the masculine figure saves the damsel in distress, so to speak. So they see that, like, some of the emotion or some of the blockages that they saw within the feminine, actually also the powerful aspect of the High Priestess energy, right? And they could see that it was related to them to show them their reality, right? Like, it was a very powerful mirror for them to see what they need to do, what needs changed in their world, in their mindset. Like, that was a really powerful exercise. And they see that now, that maybe before they saw the feminine as like this damsel in distress, needed to be saved, or wanting the masculine to protect, to, you know, kind of be A, B, C, D, E, and long list of things. But now they see the feminine is actually doing great on their own. They are the High Priestess. They have everything they need, right? And that part was the, like the nudge, like that initiation, let's call it that way, that they needed to start moving, to start seeing their world differently. Very interesting. Okay, do we want to do anything else? Let's get the wisdom of the oracle card for each, but we're gonna pay attention to the relationship message, since we're talking about union today, because in the book they have like different messages for the same card, but for different aspects of life. Like, for example, for abundance and financial well-being, for relationship, general oracle message, protection message. So we're gonna approach it from a relationship perspective, and let's get a card for feminines in their relationship. And you can take it whichever way you want. It can be regarding your divine masculine, it can be regarding a soulmate if that's your preference at this time, right? It's whoever your masculine energy is that you are entertaining right now as a life partner. Okay, we have thinker number 44. 44, yeah, it's very much 11-11 vibe. Love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. You see, that's what we saw with all those pentacles. I love it. This is a time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in a fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. Okay, what do we have for the masculines? Message for the masculines in love. Okay, we have the Treasure Island. Oh, one of my favorite cards. Treasure Island, number 9. Your relationship is a treasure, providing even more than you need, but you may not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourselves and each other. Now is a time of discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. Romance blooms and love is in the air. You can be assured that this partnership will bring you great gifts and valuable lessons. Keep your heart open. The message of this card is to celebrate love and what it teaches you. And again, that's exactly what we saw about the inspiration and the learnings, both in this part of the reading and also in this part of the reading for the masculines. So good for you masculines to recognize that, to value that, and to take action with regards to what you've seen, to what you experienced. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all, and I'll be back with my readings very soon.